2021, yeah, he running it back. I just got a call from General Flynn, he told me that's right. Kevin Rand, tell me how you feel about that. Who won Trump won? Who won Trump won? One of the battles, 25 the chosen one. You know the fans in the street, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. Oh yeah, you know the fans did a sweep, whoa. You know the fans did a sweep, yo. Fans did a sweep, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. Oh yeah.
My essay in support of remote voting here https://tcopia9@fruit.
Breaking CPAC is just not that into Liz Cheney https://tcoonfotn6lh.
I kinda love this, but maybe you guys should take a few plays off.
Many days I'm a marked man in Congress, a wanted man by the deep state, but every day I'm a Florida man.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. And nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
And it is good to be home.
This was an incredibly powerful moment.
https://tcor8pxayw0gh.
One survey showed only 36 of women agree that it should be allowed. In other words, the majority of women share a Green's view on that one. https://tco4qlifsjzec.
It's always people over politicians. https://tco878yzfwpsf.
That's Mr. Potato Head to you, you backstabbing murderer!
Late night on the hill getting some reps in https://tco5xs19csechy.
Democrats say COVID-19 is so serious the government has to force your healthy kids to stay home. You must wear useless masks and the federal government must spend trillions needlessly, but it's not deadly enough to stop the spread by securing the border.
Democrats here in Congress are ramming through $19 trillion of useless spending tonight while you sleep. Biden bombed Syria without telling anyone, and they lied about destroying women's rights and religious freedoms with the Inequality Act. Democrat Communist Party at work.
What a waste.
Headed to the Sunshine State. Speaking at Look Ahead America's breakout session at CPAC at 5:30 p.m. tonight. See you there.
If you are a fiction writer, conspiracy theorist, or actor who has hard left progressive communist radical beliefs against America, then you should apply to work in the mainstream media.
Just left the District of Communism and landed in the free state of Florida. In case you have been brainwashed to support shutdowns, here is what a thriving economy looks like. Great job RONDESANTISFL https://tco3e9s8yrmdz.
Speaker Pelosi, did you deny National Guard at the Capitol?
Can't wait to see everyone tonight. What a warm welcome at CPAC https://tcokjtydrnqkp.
About to go live with Real Virginia on Real On Voice. Tune in now https://tcobbokbm50tx https://tcotpmvvgmhmb.
Great interview with Mark Halperin today at CPAC. Watch it on Newsmax https://tcoriwvvopacx.
Early this morning by Ron Donalds and I voted against Pelosi's $19 trillion blue state bailout. Today at CPAC we spoke with Jen Pellegrino about the America First policies we're fighting for in Congress. https://tcojxzakoubqb.
Thank you, RNRENEWAL. We will always put America first. https://tco5cnw01eecc.
Women who look like her always either have a black boyfriend or a satanic cat.
So I just had a really shitty moment where I lost my temper. I was trying to do something and my cat went through. And I lost my temper on him and I yelled at him for no reason. And I know that sounds so dumb, but I feel awful. And he's hiding from me. I know. I know how I look right now. But damn, he doesn't deserve my irritation. Nobody really does. Sometimes we just feel really shitty and we react. But the shitty thing with him being a cat is he doesn't, I don't know if he understands me when I'm saying I'm sorry. But humans do, so make sure you apologize to people when you treat them badly. Do.
Does it annoy you when a woman who you care about wifing for their family MEMBERETC tries to help you carry bags when you are overloaded luggage shopping bags? Does anyone else believe in the they should lift a finger philosophy? Israel is accusing Iran of being behind an explosion on Israeli ship MV Helios Ray. The damage is described as being consistent to that of a Olympic mine, but the damage was above the waterline and they are used under the hull unless one does not want to sink the ship. False flag HTTPS TCOUHUKS4LP2R.
Eugenismo Hispanics and Spanish people cannot be white according to the BS propaganda that they are feet to many of them only English for amongst expulsion Protestant Irish are white like Peter Griffin said https TCOGD9C3AWQ2B.
Eugenismo Fed.
Dr. Zhivago 2021.
What happened to Eugenismo? He deleted a comment and now he's gone. Did he quit? https TCOFH5VCN7NMP.
Marvel sucks. It looks like someone took a diversity long camp. That's what came out of it. Someone on Murdotic livestream https TCOYIDQWW4PHQ.
Lynn Hastings, the uncoordinator for occupied Palestinian territories, has called on Israel to stop seizing Palestinian land and called Israel's actions a violation of international law. She is from Canada now. Watch Mossad punish Canada with a false flag attack to send a message https TCOG3IKWHRGNB. Block this report rat, but not before you also block all his followers and accounts he also follows. It's not many, but they are also report rats. https TCO2BMLLD6S3Y. Without Trump mentioning her name, Crazy Nancy is no longer famous, but take heart, no pence. Trump will be back this Sunday. CPAC 2021.
It's so obvious why Obama never invited Biden up to the White House residence. Barack didn't want Uncle Joe smelling Sash's hair. https TCODHF9KGWUBG.
We can't wait to see our man back in action.
Hollywood expects its audience to sit politely in their seats, masks on 12 capacity with socks in their mouths while being entertained by the very people who helped put those socks in their mouths. Hollywood's elite have gone from being great artists to sad little hall monitors.
J. Mashif, are you imagining? I thought we did.
Feedback to Boss by Scott Adams https TCONXWIVK74 UG via Dilbert Daily.
PAQH1 Dilbert Daily. Not sure what I am seeing here.
Jeff Pilkington locks serendipity until the artificial faces are better actors than the flawed humans. That happens fast.
Paging President Harris.
I think he was getting on a plane. He told me he came in to see me last event. And Representatives Shirley Jackson Lee, Al Green, Sylvia Garcia, Lizzie Pinelli, Pinell, and what am I doing here? I'm going to lose track here. And Mayor Turner, Judge Hidalgo, thank you all for welcoming us. And Jill and I wanted to visit Texas today for a couple of reasons. First and foremost,
LeBron does his homework and also believes the fine people hoax is real. 99% of the public are not qualified to do their own research and arrive at reasonable conclusions, but most of us think we can.
At the end of the day, I would never shut up about things that's wrong. I preach about my people, and I preach about equality, social injustice, racism, systematic voting, voter suppression, things that go on in our community, because I was a part of my community at one point and seeing the things that was going on, and I know what's going on still, because I have a group of 300 plus kids at my school that's going through the same thing, and they need a voice. And I'm their voice. And I use my platform to continue to shed light on everything that may be going on, not only in my community, but around this country and around the world. So, if there's no reason, well, no, I won't say no reason, but there's no way I will ever just stick to sports, because I understand how this platform and how powerful my voice is. And he can just ask Renee Montgomery, if I would have shut up and just dribbled. Seeing that beautiful black woman today, be a part of a group where she's part of an ownership group now with the Atlanta Dream down in Atlanta. And it's funny he say that, because I believe in 2018, he was the same guy who said when he was back in Sweden, talking about the same things, because his last name wasn't a certain last name, that he felt like it was some racism going on when he was out in the pitch. Right? He did say that, right? Yeah. I thought he said that. So I speak from a very educated mind. I'm kind of the wrong guy to actually go at, because I do my homework.
Mark went normal and he immediately corrected. If we had a leader in this country, that person would be telling us the virus stats for the private schools that remained open while public schools closed, but we don't have that leader.
LeBron does his homework. Congress stays worthless. Fake news stays ridiculous. Biden decomposes. https tco06mm6lc5z0.
Bombing Syria, the obesity versus pandemic, and how not to log off on Zoom. https tcozmn3ff.
SIWGF1. That's one of many variables in play.
Don't conflate the tool with the policies. Every tool is bad if you misuse it.
Interesting hypothesis.
Wolfgang Sohn NBSAPHIRMD. Surprise me too, but yes.
Mark dies because he's smarter than doctors. Fake news of the day is 9 of relief bill goes to fighting the pandemic.
Versifier 146. We already knew it works on surfaces. The Trump question was about injecting it via a ventilator-like device into lungs to disinfect with light that way.
This is what subscribers to my locals community are adding to their talent stacks. https tcocjluninzc.
Mr. August 19. So did Antifa, church group, the press, and the police in America. Everyone shows up to a big protest.
Bottom Sathian in 1985. What is wrong?
Biden's new Geo play of showing Iran he won't hesitate to use violence, at least against proxies, is solid persuasion. Probably doesn't matter who he attacked.
Leonardo, this is what he had to overcome and did.
Yummy Earth, that's the right kind of hesitation. We always say it will be on our timeline, not theirs.
Brian got at Iranian proxies.
Yummy Earth might be hard to find the right target.
Sandalivint sounds like a seduction technique to me. Brian got it because it was easy and low risk, I assume.
Yummy Earth, doing things right takes some planning. Aiden's not my cover story would have been that I was teaching the class to count to 1 and I'm passionate about my job. Who Are They by Scott Adams. https tco2jid138io via Dilbert Daily.
Fair point, but the attack is solid strategy, just the same sets it on.
So lightly, I don't have hair, but otherwise a solid strategy.
It's an obesity pandemic in disguise.
Mini quite amazing. Really, I was only 87 amazing yesterday, but boosted it for today.
MMARCHIDANN, which is influenced by obesity.
Amber with cool, it's a feature, not about the individualism.
Ben Schultzman, he triggers cognitive dissonance more often and is also more polarizing. The first part comes from being honest, ironically.
IE 1111 marginal difference.
NBSAPHIRMD. I used a professional voice actor for one book when I couldn't speak from spasmodic dysphonia, but will re-record it in my own voice because of demand.
Bombing Syria, the obesity versus epidemic, and how not to log off from Zoom right now on Coffee with Scott Adams at 10 a.m. at daily at https tcosqcbbtywxc.
It go.
You aided and abetted the molestation of children.
You were right about everything except for the tone deaf. No one is standing up part. Been doing it for years, including with your show's guest screener.
Reasonable people can measure the risk reward and decline this specific COVID vaccine without being anti-vaxxers. Step 1. Scan the room. Step 2. Identify those in room wearing double masks. Step 3. Avoid said people.
There are conspiracy theories and then there are conspiracy theories.
Where is the $2,000 Joe Biden promised people?
Breaking news: Hunter Biden may have smoked your $2,000 stimulus check, and that's why Joe Biden has not sent them out yet.
Biden, get the hell out of Texas. You are late. We don't need you in Texas or in the White House. Go back to your basement.
Last question of the day: how is Joe Biden the most popular president when people don't care for him? Where is the Biden train? There is a Trump train. Where is a picture of thousands of people wearing his hat in TSHIRT? You can find people wearing Trump's popular what? HTTPS TCOH6AVAHJ6NE.
This is what I want to know. How are you supposed to be the most popular president, but don't nobody like you? How are you supposed to be the president who got 80 million votes, but don't nobody care about you? Don't nobody watch your speeches? Don't nobody watch your interviews? Don't nobody care about you? But you supposed to be the most popular president? Has anybody ever heard of a Biden train? I heard of a Trump train. I'm still on a Trump train. But have y'all ever heard of a Biden train? Have y'all seen one person to wear a Biden hat with his logo or his slogan? No. Have y'all seen more than 30 people at one time that was not at a rally? Well, he didn't even do rallies. Barely. He didn't have nobody there. But can y'all show me a video, pictures, recent ones, from like this week, of people wearing Joe Biden t-shirts, of people wearing his hat, of people supporting him, people waving Biden flags? Can y'all please show me a video where a bunch of people are doing it? Show me a video where thousands of people, thousands, how about that? Thousands of people are wearing his hat. Over 1,000. Please show me. Please show me. I really want to see it. And if it's out there, I'll post it on my social media. I save it to my phone. I will save it to my camera roll. I keep it forever. Please show me. We all want to see.
Watch golden statue of Trump wheeled round CPACHTTPS-TCOFP7JWIG15R.
Very huge advocate for a terrorist, shameless, shameful. Haiti Nasrallah Mumkat-Mila American government is criminal and so is your God-Iranian regime and his lapdog your leader Hassan Nasrallah.
And this lying moron is a professor.
Memnon 1052-2889 The Baghdad Bay. He is quoting the kebab selling head of Sor without attributing it to him.
Serious social media posts by Iraqis identify one Iraqi anti-ISIS fighter named Rahi Salam Rahi al-Sharifi from the town of Hilla killed by American airstrikes yesterday. https://tco5b@4mdbwza.
Syria. Another photo of Rahi Salam, the Iraqi militiaman killed last night by Americans with airstrikes. He and other Iraqi fighters are spread along Iraq-Syria border to stop ISIS and al-Qaeda convoys. They have been regularly bombed by Israelis and Trump. Now it's Biden. https://tco6ztlop9kpa.
Imperator truth: Trump isn't Mr. Israel. Q must have told you that. Lol.
Meanwhile, https://tcofbshkoot03.
The Levant crowd on Twitter consists of highly arrogant and pompous clowns. For example, the only humble pro-Syria person on Twitter is Sani221. Follow him for Syria-related news and mostly good analyses. Only the sick-minded and the corrupt promote wars. Those who go through a war never want another one. 1916 First World War. France. A mother and her child in a shelter wearing gas masks fearing a chemical weapons attack. https://tcowtn73nqbme. Germany. 1945 5 refugees leaving Berlin https://tcohbb9eaoxwl. Twitter and other social media platforms allow ISIS propagandists like him, he and his ilk freely run YouTube channels, but for us there is censorship because we preach love and peace. Do you think British police is unaware of him? They are probably behind him. https://tcoyib4rsque0x.
CPAC Circus even more using this year https://tco4n89pfwvw.
Throw it up! Awesome. That is so cool. We're the people. That is so cool. 4 years.
Romania strong 27 really, but then we shouldn't be surprised.
Biden's White House and his cabinet are full of the Jews who madly love Israel. Do you think they should be part of the decisions to attack Arab countries like Syria because it's a clear-cut case of the conflict of interest?
Should Americans be honest and call their country United States of Israel?
What is Yael Kushner up to? This is the spokesperson for your president.
This epitomizes the lies and deceptions of the mainstream Western media sick guy working for a foreign country called Israel. https://tcodmptoarbam. American right-wingers are very tough. He bravely beat up the starving Christian Latino crossing their border, but they enthusiastically vote for the slaves of a tiny anti-Christian minority that occupies their country, sucks their blood, and is loyal to a foreign country. Therefore stay awake, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming. Matthew 24:42.
And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. It is not surprising then if his servants also masquerade as servants of righteousness. Their end will be what their actions deserve. 2 Corinthians 111,415. Who rules America?
The gutter-called UK. Guess which racial group was overwhelmingly responsible for this? https://tcortwaockThr. Adams 45 79 71 96. Nonsense. Ashley Babbitt's murder was racially motivated. https://tco0f2 Jack. USA. A Jewish terrorist member of a terrorist organization that murdered huge number of Westerners and locals is promoting terrorism on Twitter, and Twitter is fine with that. Became these people are uncomfortables.
Trust the plan. Biden has been arrested by the military. See the White House staff making preparations for the inauguration of President Trump for his second term. https://tco6ffzmgeidt.
Throw it up! Awesome. That is so cool. We're the people. That is so cool. 4 years.
I wanted to write because these people are untouchables. Instead it got written as became these people are uncomfortables. I need to disable the pathetic spelling suggestion function on my phone. SA1 I lol, that's Alex Jones stuff.
Christians under the leadership of Ben Shapiro and Laura Loomer.
https://tco4rc6whxmwd.
Who is the top two-faced creature in American politics?
I repeat, in Europe, UK and France are still big evils, but Germany has overtaken their wickedness with vengeance with its massive economic prowess. Germany is now the top social engineer and head of the globalist snake in Europe. Money, migration, race, etc. It's Satan's home.
USA new MAGA hero is Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, one of the most corrupt politicians in the country, if not the most corrupt. Just search Ron DeSantis Israel https://tcoqwdboth0zq.
And the Christian forces are super active on social media, brainwashing young people, turning them against Christianity.
Marcus Vocesero nailed it console.
Pakistanis taking over the business of black folks. Greece Muslim migrants forcibly taking and stealing Greek farmers' cattle, slaughtering them in the Islamic halal way and eating them. https://tco5wdbtfkas4.
3 μέρες κάθομαι εδώ με το παλούκι εδώ που με βλέπεις μέσα στο βουριά. Αν είναι δυνατόν. Αν είναι δυνατόν. Και αυτή έχει σκηνές 500 και 800 ευρώ. Και εγώ εδώ με το ραβδί απάνω στο τέτοιο, στο ξηροβόριαδο, μακριά από το σπίτι με 2 μωρά. Αυτό το πράγμα εδώ πέρα. Να σπάζει εδώ μες στα βουνά. Να ζά, 5 τσιφάλια ζά. Οπλοφορούν. Δες εδώ. Δες εδώ. Δες τσιφάλια εκεί απάνω πέταμα. Δες εδώ τι γίνεται. 1, 2, 3, 4 σπροβιές, 4 γίδια. Με κατσκάδια γεγμένα τα ζά, γεγμένα, με τα κουδούνια πεταμένα πάνω εδώ. Έλεγχος υπάρχει και τα πήρε και βγαίνει με μαχαίρια και παίρνει με μαχαίρια. Αυτό το κρέας πού το πήγαν. Τόσο κρέας, 100 κιλά κρέας είχαν μέχρι κατοίκες και άλλα 100 έχει τα πρόβατα. Πώς αφήσα να περάσει, τι γίνεται εκεί πέρα μέσα. Θα μπορεί να πεις το μεγαλός. 4, 6, 8, 10 κατσίκια ορφανά. Ένα ζώο για να το κάνεις να σου έχει ανταπόκριση θέλει 2 χρόνια. 2 χρόνια και να ερχόνται έτσι να τα σφάζουνε.
I will encourage you as well as the Council and the Member States to de-dramatize the migration policy and legislation.
https://tcoh691nxfwio.
Elites are sick, they believe in open promiscuous relationships, pedophilia and incest. Meet the first family of America. https://tcoh63cdri.
lol https://tcogbcuttvvqhq.
In the immortal words of William Wallace, freedom!
Levent Guy, while serving to protect Al-Qaeda and other terrorists, CopingMAGA went straight to hell.
Syrian Russian Special Forces pickup truck with Corndom anti-tank guided missile launcher. https://tco8s9wnixr.
There are many Lebanese Christians who have sold their souls to the devil for money. This shameless woman is one of them. Under the cover of journalism, she works for Saudi intelligence and CIA.
Makaid 46 34 55 53 FRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR
Τρεις μέρες κάθομαι εδώ με το παλούκι εδώ που με βλέπεις μες στο βουριά. Αν είναι δυνατόν. Αν είναι δυνατόν. Και αυτή έχει σκηνές 500 και 800 ευρώ. Και εγώ εδώ με το ραβδί απάνω στο τέτοιο, στο ξηροβόριαδο, μακριά από το σπίτι με δυο μωρά. Το πράγμα εδώ πέρα. Να σφάζεις εδώ μες στα αυνά. Τα ζά, πέτει τσιφάλια ζά. Που πλουφουρούν. Δες εδώ. Δες εδώ. Δες πιφάλια εκεί απάνω πέταμα. Δες εδώ τι γίνεται. Μια. Δυο. Τρεις. 4 προβιές. 4 γίδια. Με κατσκάδια κεκμένα τα ζά, κεκμένα, με τα κουδούνια πεταμένα πάνω εδώ. Έλεγχος υπάρχει. Και τα πήρε και βγαίνει με μαχαίρια και παίρνει με μαχαίρια. Αυτό το κρέας πού το πήγαν. Τόσο κρέας, 100 κιλά κρέας είχαν μέχρι κατοίκες και άλλα 100 έχει τα πρόβατα. Πώς αφήσα να περάσει, τι γίνεται εκεί πέρα μέσα. Τα μπορεί να πες το μεγαλός. 4, 6, 8, 10 κατσίκια ορφανά. Ένα ζώο για να το κάνεις να σου έχει ανταπόκριση θέλει 2 χρόνια. 2 χρόνια και να ερχόνται έτσι να τα σφάζουνε.
I will encourage you, as well as the Council and the Member States, to de-dramatize the migration policy and legislation.
Seriously folks, I need an update on Condoms Trust the Plan. What is the current situation?
Fact, what's your next tweet? Stop brushing teeth to ensure they are yellow.
Woke journalist is upset why German magazines have photographs of German women in them.
Jesus has to come now.
Kyrie John shared Syrian developer Mansour Marg Brennan Bentkop CBSDAVIDMARTI and he is trying to lecture a terrorist and a terrorist supporter.
Syria American Occupation Army and the children of Syria hope they don't murder the kid. HTTPS/TCOWSK2AJU.
SOG, this is Tower 3. We have a kid that just walked through the wire.
He just walked through the wire?
Yes, he did.
Is the wire cut, or did he just like step on it and over it?
He crawled under it, yeah.
Okay, is he hanging out? What is he doing?
I think he sees me, like, calling it up, so he's going back now. He just ran under the wire again.
Alright, fucking, just let me know if he comes back under the wire.
Okay.
Is that the same little kid that fucking walks around and yells "fuck you" at the towers?
Yes, that's him!
I fucking knew it. Alright, I'll be over there in a minute.
SA1I, it's sad actually. Social media brings out the worst in us.
Syrian Russian bombing on Kaban Hills yesterday in Latakia, hitting a Muslim terrorists building and tunnels. Ignore the silly music. I hate when people add music to serious videos. https://tcoydgj6lxgg5.
Meanwhile in South Africa, woman filmed removing thong to use as face mask in supermarket. https://tcohjxlm and KQD7.
SONI 221 right to protect the term itself is a joke. The only country in human history to have used nuclear weapons on civilians has the right to protect the people of other countries. What agonies Trump must be going through without tweeting.
When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Colossians 34.
Armenia https://tcozlldcjecka.
I appeal to you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Romans 121.
Then Jesus, calling out with a loud voice, said, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last. Luke 23:46.
Yees are so arrogant, just look at their behavior on social media.
Who do you despise the most?
Which is the most dangerous for you personally?
DKSXEPIKKK. As far as I know about the Muslims' belief about Mary, this is fake news. Where did you find it?
It's not if but when Turkey would attack Armenia in collaboration with Azerbaijan, and this time it won't be limited war in Artsakh, but Armenia proper would be attacked. Armenians could keep sleeping or start preparing to defend themselves against Islamic terrorist Erdogan.
DKSXEPIKKK. The author Raymond Ibrahim is a Coptic Christian and a Jewish shill. I don't think he is Christian anymore. All he cares is the money. He is a notorious liar.
Praying for her richest country in human history.